guys, welcome to another beer review. It is Sunday, which I have heard is a fun day. And fun for me, I guess, is going to be opening a really big bottle of beer. This is Funk Orchard from Alefarm. Let's see if I can get some focus on that. Impossible. There we go. Thank you, camera. So, check out, very nice label. So, this is a Farmhouse ale from one of my favorite newish Danish breweries. Let's take a look here. We got Funk Orchard is our mixed fermentation tart Farmhouse Saison, fermented with Saison yeast, Brettanomyces, and our house bacteria culture. Dry hopped with American hops, this highly acidic farmhouse ale exhibits notes of ripe tropical fruit and barnyard funk, naturally carbonated through re-fermentation in the bottle. 7% funky farmhouse, funky saison, sour saison with dry hop. I want to say that it's Citra dry hop, but don't hold me to that. I really like these tart saisons. I really like kind of dry hopped sour beer. So, spoiler alert, I have had this a few times. This is actually, I think, version 2. I belong to Alehouse's Farmer's Barrel thing, so I got this as part of my membership, along with this glass that I didn't clean properly. Yeah, so holy crap! Look how clear that is. Look at my head back here. That's pretty cool. Wow, that is a really clear, nice looking beer. Well, it smells both sour, saison, and dry hopped. So they weren't lying. He wasn't lying on the label. Oh, it's got a really nice smell. There's definitely that bit of that twang of like lactic acid coming through. Some saison yeasty character, but there's quite a lot of hoppiness. Like yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult to describe because the nose is very busy. There's Brett there. There's a little sharpness from the sour aspect, and then yeah, just a good fruity background. But it's funky, fruity, funky hoppy, I guess I would say, with a mild sharpness. Yeah, very nice. Oh, the sourness, it gets me up front, but it'll probably dive down a little bit. Let me see. Yeah, there are some like sour saisons that they say are sour, and they're just kind of a hint of sourness, like some of the more mild Berliner Weiss you can get. This one is a definite sourness. It's very, very it's kind of, yeah, it grabs you. It's not as intense as, for instance, like a Goose or some other kind of like lambic style, but it's much more aggressive than, yeah, for instance, Berliner Weiss or something like that. It's nice. I didn't. It's got kind of the head fades quickly, which, I mean, sour beer. So, what are you gonna do? But the taste is very nice. The sourness is kind of the star, but it plays nice with the dry hopping because there is a definite like hoppy fruitiness to it, like. Kind of, it's punched up by the sourness, the kind of, yeah, fruit of it. I would be hard pressed to tell you what hop it is. It's something kind of tropically. Like I said, I would guess it's Citra, but with the funk and the sourness, it's kind of just becomes slightly generic is not a nice term, but it's kind of just a nice, strong, fruity hop flavor. And the Brett isn't too strong in the flavor. It definitely comes through strong in the nose, but in the flavor, it's pretty laid back. Yeah, much more subtle. And I'm guessing that probably as the dry hops fade, that's going to get the Brett is gonna come out. And this is of course a live culture beer, so it will also develop, I guess, a little bit more in the bottle. I'd guess that the Brett will come out a little bit more. Trying to figure out. Oh, so this is from September, so it's relatively young for like a sour beer. I really wanted to drink it on camera when the dry hops were still fresh enough to kind of come through, because I figure that if you're gonna do a huge dry hop on a sour beer, that's the way that the brewer wanted you to taste it. So I maybe even let it sit a little while. Maybe the sourness has actually, because I don't remember it being this sour before, so maybe that sourness has kind of bumped up a little bit. But all in all, it's a really great beer. It's the kind of sour saison, this kind of farmhouse beer that I really like, because it's kind of got a lot going on. Sometimes you can get ones where they're driven by the yeast, which is fine, and those can be really cool. But I really think that dry hopping it just kind of adds something, makes it a little bit more complex. You can still get all of the nice Brett, you can get the nice sourness to it, but the hops give it this real like drinkability. Like, I don't know if I would want to sit with a 750 milliliter bottle of just Brett sour saison. It would definitely, especially at 7%, it would take me a while. But this is just really drinkable. I think the dry hops really add a drinkability to it. I'll easily be able to get through this bottle. But hey guys, if you live in Denmark, or you live in and around the Nordic countries, you can probably get a hold of this beer. I know that they're gonna scale up their operation, and you know, hopefully, if you can somehow find some Alefarm beer, especially, I mean, the clean stuff is really nice, but I find these sour beers to be really really extraordinary. Some of them, well, all of the ones I've had are really good, but like, for instance, Funk Orchard is probably my favorite of the mixed culture ones. So if you can get a hold of, I've seen some bottles sitting in some beer stores and on some online stores, so take a look. Alefarm, definitely recommend that. And yeah, cheers guys. Yeah, I'm gonna go be alone with this beer. I'm gonna go somewhere and be alone with this. Cheers.